the GOP field. Donald Trump and Ben Carson taking heat over the last week on this topic. And now many are pointing to Hillary Clinton as being the original person to raise these issues. You may recall back in the 2008 campaign, it was early in the race that questions started bubbling up about the real birthplace of then Senator Barack Obama. The issue spawned what critics called the birther movement, and suspicions lingered for a number of voters even after the president produced a Hawaiian birth certificate, long form. While the Democrats have long hammered conservatives for this, there are new suggestions that it all started with Hillary Clinton. And today, the Associated Press ran its fact check on that claim, and townhall.com news editor Katie Pavlich is here with her own fact check. So it's not just Katie, it's not just Donald Trump, but Senator Ted Cruz, too, both coming out and saying Hillary was the original so-called birther.
Right. Well, it's good to see you, Megan. There have been a lot of finger pointing on the campaign trail this week after the issue of where President Obama was brought up again and where he's from was brought up at a campaign event in South Carolina yesterday.
In 2008, she was the original birther. She's the one that started that whole thing. Hillary is a birther.
But according to the Clinton campaign and Hillary herself, the claim she started the birther movement is just not true.
Did you or your campaign start the whole birther thing? And did you have that confrontation with the president?
No, that is so ludicrous, Don. You know, honestly, I just believe that, first of all, it's totally untrue.
Well, the basis for Trump's comments seemed to come from a 2008 60 Minutes interview when Clinton was asked about President Obama's religion, not birthplace, and whether she believed he was a Muslim.
You don't believe that Senator Obama's a Muslim?
Of course not. I mean, that's, that there is no basis for that. I take him on the basis of what he says, and there isn't any reason to doubt that.
You said you take Senator Obama at his word that he's not a Muslim. You don't believe that he's a Muslim?
No, why would I? There's no,
right?
No, there is nothing to base that on, as far as I know.
But according to a fact check done by the Associated Press, there isn't any clear evidence to show Clinton started the birther movement, but rather gave an answer to a question about the president's religion. It should also be noted that because of the bad blood between the Clintons and the Obamas in the 2008 Democratic primary, the AP did state that some diehard Clinton supporters may have initiated a whisper campaign by anonymously questioning Obama's faith and place of birth.
So just to get it straight, so Donald Trump was asked by a man in an audience whether Barack Obama is a Muslim. The guy stated he was. He didn't challenge it. Dr. Ben Carson didn't say anything about Obama being a Muslim. He just said he didn't believe that he would support having a Muslim in the White House unless they renounced Sharia law. So that's how we sort of got back onto this topic. But now you heard Donald Trump come out and Senator Ted Cruz came out and they said, hey, Hillary was the original birther. The AP is saying, no, she wasn't. She never suggested he was born in Kenya, which was what some people were saying. However, the 60 Minutes interview does suggest I don't know.
Well, what that I know of? She says that I know of.
I don't know if he's a Muslim. It doesn't sound. I have no evidence. The reason it becomes relevant is because when Donald Trump had that exchange with the questioner at the rally last Friday, the guy who said he's a Muslim and Trump didn't challenge him, Hillary was outraged. Contrast her outrage last Friday with what we saw in 2008.
Well, in 2008.
From the beginning, repudiated that kind of rhetoric, that level of hatefulness in a questioner in an audience that he was appearing before.
You said you take Senator Obama at his word that he's not a Muslim. You don't believe that he's a Muslim?
No, why would I? No, there is nothing to base that on, as far as I know.
All the experts, by the way, they say when the voice goes up, no.
That might be a lie.
It's just a tell.
Yeah. It's a tell.
It's the fight or flight instinct is kicking in. Like, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I think it's important to point out, too, when you go back to the Democratic primary in 2007, President Obama's campaign manager, David Plouffe, at the time, actually called Clinton's accusation of President Obama maybe being born somewhere else one of the most egregious attacks on the campaign trail on both sides of the political aisle. So the Clinton campaign was being accused by the Obama campaign of initiating this issue. So it's not Republicans, even though Hillary thinks it's a good political point to make now. back in 2007, 2008, she certainly was being accused by the Obama campaign of initiating the conversation about where he was born and what his religion is.
There was an article that came out about her campaign out there talking about how she needed to sort of capitalize on Barack Obama's otherness, that she needed to get out there and talk about how, you know, she was born in the middle of America and had middle-class values, unlike this person who had, you know, time in Indonesia and so on, which many felt was an exploitation of that narrative. Katie, great to see you.
Good to see you, Megan.
Well, Hillary Clinton also made some news tonight when she sat down for an interview with Lena Dunham of 60 Minutes. Oh, wait, no. She's star of the HBO show Girls. We'll show you how that went. Plus, Carly Fiorina's camp taking on her critics with a powerful and disturbing new ad. And for what may be the first time, we will show you that message with a viewer warning. We want to tell you it is disturbing. Next.
This is about the